Hi friends, this is Mawdiay Faith, also Mrs. J. I was just coming out to sit in the yard to read a good book because in Texas, Central Texas, it is a gorgeous blustery day. A day where it's the perfect day to sit and read a book and enjoy some apple cider. But I started thinking about home and thinking that, because you can tell from my accent that I am not native to Texas, but my homeland is Minnesota. And I started thinking about how in Minnesota in October it is starting to get cold and there might even be the potential of snow, even though my Minnesota friends are probably hollering at me that no, they're not ready for snow. But I was thinking about that fact, and that either way, it would be a good day to cuddle up with a book. But then it also started making me think of the travels that I've been on to Africa and all the different wonderful places God has taken me, and how through all of those journeys God has taught me something and has blessed me in many, many ways. He's used me to bless people, I believe, and He has definitely blessed me through others. And I started thinking about Abraham and how God called Abraham out of his homeland. And Abraham didn't know where God was going to send him, but he knew that God was sending him to a strange land and that he would be a foreigner and a stranger, but that God would bless him there. And I believe Abraham had faith that God was going to bless him and use him to bless others. And so Abraham went on a journey, and in many ways a journey physically, but also I think a journey spiritually. And just how a lot of times a physical journey can also become a very spiritual or emotional, mental journey as well, and how God challenges us in many, many ways through those journeys, whether it be through meeting new people, whether it be through meeting new people with new ideas or new kinds of faith, or different kinds of faith, not new, different kinds of faith, but maybe new to you, and how God can teach us and show us great and mighty things through those journeys that He takes us on. And so physical journeys can become spiritual or emotional, mental journeys as well, and how we should not shy away from such journeys, that such journeys add to us as people, and add to our hearts, and add to our minds, and give us something that we then in turn can give to others. And just how journeys are such an amazing thing. I was thinking this morning about my time with Mercy Ships and all of the amazing things that Mercy Ships does, and I could go on about all the different stories, but I was remembering specifically my time with my friends on the ship, Miriam and Richard, and how Miriam would be in the crew galley making Ghanaian food, and she would invite me to join them, and she would set up the food on a crate, and we would all crowd around that little crate and eat the fish soup with banku, and just these rich experiences, and all of the great things that Mercy Ships does in bringing healing to people in countries that have very little access to healthcare and to surgeries. There are 5 billion people in the world that have no access to healthcare, and many people die because they have no access to a safe surgery. And so Mercy Ships goes and offers free surgeries to these people in West Africa. But not only do they offer free surgeries, they also provide training for local physicians and local surgeons and local nurses and local lab techs and all of the local healthcare, and just the training that they give them so that they can then go on and better serve their countries, these local doctors and nurses and other healthcare workers, how Mercy Ships enables them to continue to do work that Mercy Ships can't do because they can't stay. And just all of these great journeys that God takes us on if we are willing to take the journey. But we have to take a step of faith to go on that journey. And we might, just the faith that it takes to step out on that journey that God is calling you to. So if there are any journeys that God is calling you to this day or this season, I pray that you have the faith to step out in that journey that God is taking you on. With that, I also wanted to introduce you. I know, long video for a book promo, but I thought I would also introduce you to the book that I just published, Fearful's Journey Through the Desert. It is another journey of faith. Though Fearful at the time does not realize that she's stepping out in faith, it's a journey that she has to take and decide whom she will serve. And in that journey, how she finds faith and how she finds that in stepping out and risking life and risking friendship, she actually finds don't want to give any spoiler alerts, but how she can find things that she never thought possible to find, and the journey that she took for that. So that's my book, Fearful's Journey Through the Desert by Mawdiay Faith. I hope you will pick it up for a blustery day like today, or maybe a snowy day like in Minnesota. But either way, curl up with Fearful's Journey Through the Desert. I hope it blesses you. Another book that isn't mine, but I have been reading and is an awesome book, so I thought I would just bless the author by promoting her book, 1,000 Questions. And I am sorry, but I do not know how to pronounce that name, so I am not even gonna do the author injustice by trying to say her name. But let's do it this way. Yes, 1,000 Questions. And this is another book that in many ways is a journey. The one young girl is journeying with her mother to Pakistan, the land of her mother's home, and the journey that she takes, she thinks is just physical, but how the journey ends up being very much an emotional and mental journey as well. And she also has 1,000 questions, hence the title of the book. But how she and this other young girl, who is a native Pakistani girl, are learning from one another things that they never thought that they could learn from one another. So I hope you find either 1,000 Questions by this lovely lady, or Fearful's Journey Through the Desert by Mawdiay Faith, myself. I hope one of those or another good book blesses you today. God bless, and I love you guys. See you. Bye.